Hello and welcome to Shannon Gardens. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So today I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about air plants. I actually bought my first air plant probably a few months ago, and I actually have a video of that, which I'll link in my description in case you're interested and want to take a look at that. But ever since I bought that first air plant, I am just addicted. I love these plants. They come in different colors and different leaf patterns and structures, and I just think they are so unique and really, in the grand scheme of things, not that difficult to take care of, which is always a plus. So I kind of wanted to share with you guys some of the different varieties that I've come across, and I took some video the last time that I went to a local nursery that sells air plants, just to kind of show you guys those different varieties and the different colors and everything, because I am just so surprised at how many options there are out there. So I will go ahead and show you guys that video, and then I'll come back and kind of tell you how I'm taking care of my air plants and really how easy I found it to take care of, and show you what I have as well. All right, so let's take a look at the video. All right, you guys, I am looking at the air plants today because I like the one that I got so much about a month or so ago that I'm actually going to get a few more for some indoor small pots that we have. And they've got so many different varieties. These curly Q looking ones, look at that, that is so cool. And then they've got bigger ones here. They've got these hairy looking ones. I think these are so interesting, look at that. That's very neat. And then different colored ones. You've got the orange here, these bright red. These, so many choices to choose from here. There are also some taller air plants that I saw at the nursery, such as this one, and then another one here with thicker leaves. And then I saw these smaller air plants that had cute little flowers in the middle as well. Okay, so first I wanted to talk a little bit about the environment that the air plant really thrives in. And upon buying my first air plant, I really didn't know anything about them. So I had to do a lot of research to try to figure out what was going to work best in my environment and then go from there. And so upon researching, I found that the air plant prefers bright filtered sunlight. So it doesn't want direct sunlight, but bright filtered sunlight. It also really likes humidity. So a bathroom is always a good place for it as long as it gets that sunlight that it needs as well. But it doesn't have to be in a bathroom. You simply may just need to adjust the watering needs if you do not keep it in a more humid environment, and that's okay too. I am not keeping mine in a bathroom, and therefore I'm just making sure to be aware of the watering needs and that I may need to water it a little bit more often, and I keep an eye out on that. Another thing is when you are watering, I tend to water about once a week, sometimes a little more. I just keep an eye on how the leaves are looking. And if they start to curl in or curl in general, then I generally know, okay, well, I may need to provide more water to these air plants. But my rule of thumb is once a week. And you do that by submerging them in water for about 20 to 30 minutes. And then when you take them out of the water, you gently shake off the excess moisture and then place them upside down on a clean, dry towel or paper towel and let them thoroughly dry. One thing to note is that you really want to make sure that your air plants are dry and that they don't stay damp, because they could suffer from root rot, which you don't want. So you want to make sure to bear that in mind. Now, air plants do not require soil, which I found to be a great benefit to having these plants. So you do not have to plant these plants, which is great. You don't have to worry about the kind of medium that you need to plant it in. And they just do very well just being by themselves. So that is a great benefit to these plants that I found anyway. I like not having to worry about the soil and all that. I can just kind of place them wherever I want. As far as where to place the air plants, they are really very versatile. You can simply place them out to see, just have them sitting out. You can place them in the hanging glass globes that have openings on either side. I've seen it that way. You can mount them. I've heard of people mounting them. Now, you do want to make sure if you are mounting them that your media that you're mounting them on does not stay wet. Again, you're really trying to avoid that root rot, so you don't want them sitting in moisture. And then you can place them in vases. I've actually got little vases that I've had around my house, just small little vases, and I tend to place them in there. But I've moved them all over the place, just depending on where I want them and what I want in each room at any given time. So it really depends. And I've really moved them around to make sure that they are in the appropriate spot that they are happiest in and are thriving in and getting those sunlight requirements that they need. So I thought I would show you guys the air plants that I have so far. I have a feeling I'm going to be collecting these, but I'm trying to rein myself in. So I'm going to show you guys the air plants that I have so far that are so pretty, and then how I water them and set them out to dry. So what I've done here is I've actually placed my air plants on the backdrop of a tile. So hopefully you can see the colors a little bit better. As you can see with this first one, it's got the green with the beautiful purple tips. That's actually one of my newer ones that I've gotten. And then I've got this plant here, which is a beautiful green. And then if you notice, it actually has a couple of buds left here in the middle that bloom purple. And then we've got one behind it, and it almost looks like a spray painted orange. It is just so pretty and bright and vibrant. And then I have my red one which is the first one that I purchased, and that's in the back here. And then I have a green with almost rose tips at the end there. I'll try to get up close so you can see it. So just so many different varieties, and there's so many more that you can choose from. Like I said, once I started getting these, I have just become a bit obsessed about how neat these plants are. So I've just recently watered my air plants, but I'll show you guys how I do it. I will simply take this one in here and I'm going to submerge it. I'm going to be very careful so as not to break the leaves. I'm going to submerge it in the water and leave that for about 20 to 30 minutes. And when I'm done, I will simply pull it out, shake it off gently, and then place it on a dry paper towel and let that dry upside down. You really want to make sure that this is good and dry before you put it away in whatever spot you keep it in. But just keep that upside down, make sure that it dries out thoroughly, and that's all there is to it. It's approximately once a week that I do that, and that's it. So I just wanted to show you guys, this is a little pot that I've actually had for years around my house. And this is just one way that I display one of my air plants, which generally is this one that still has a couple of buds on it. And I just place it in and display it just like that until I need to water it again. So it's just as easy as that. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I was so excited to talk to you guys about the air plants and just how much I enjoy them. Thank you guys so much again. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, happy gardening and goodbye.